Hello everyone, it's Auret here from Estetino Media, where we help you create profitable content. Today is a bit of an impromptu video from my car, not from the usual studio, but I really wanted to talk about this topic of overcoming camera shyness when it comes to creating video content. And I know specifically a lot of you out there, you have all of this knowledge to share, you have a message to share, and you know video can do a ton of stuff for you, your business, but you just can't work up the courage to film a video, or you just have trouble, you feel uncomfortable when filming videos. I know what you're going through. I've been there before. I've even also worked with speakers, people who have spoken on stage to a ton of people, but then when it comes to creating a video for their YouTube channel, it's a whole other ball game. So you are not alone, and just know that this is something that is totally normal and can totally be overcome. So in this video, I'm going to give you some tips for what you can do, what has worked for me, and also tips that I have shared with our YouTube coaching clients, some who have never created a video before ever, and now they have hundreds of videos out on their YouTube channel. So let's get started. Okay, so tip number one. I want you to start small. So whether you are working up the courage to film your first video, or maybe it's just your next video and you're just wanting to get more comfortable on camera, start with something that is very concrete, a topic, that's very concrete and specific, and you know it like the back of your hand. You can explain it to a friend if they asked about it, and it's something you just know. The reason why I say this is because a lot of us try to overcomplicate things and come up with topics and video ideas that are, they're complex and they're things that you can speak to, but they involve a little bit more planning to talking about that topic. So I want you to pick something that just, can be like 3 bullet points on a specific topic, and keep the video short, 2 to 5 minutes long. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a nutrition coach and you want to talk to people about the importance of nutrition, health nutrition, that sort of thing. You could go out and create a video that talks about, the importance of nutrition, or you could create a very specific video that talks about 3 foods that you need to eat that will help with weight loss, right? 3 vegetables even. You can be even more specific. Or 3 superfoods. Something that is super concrete like that would be easier for you to speak on rather than a more general topic, if that makes sense. Because with a more general topic, there might be a little bit more planning involved. So start small. Okay, tip number 2. Goes hand in hand with starting small and picking something very specific to speak on. Tip number 2 is to plan out your video. So what I want you to do is come up with an outline. So once you have your topic in mind, come up with an outline. Maybe that means having a full script that you write out if that makes you feel more comfortable. Again, go with what makes you feel more comfortable here. Or it could be an outline. So maybe you just briefly write out what you're going to say in the intro. Then underneath that, you have 3 bullet points. And then at the end, you also write out a little bit of an outro. So this I found helps a lot of our YouTube coaching students when it comes to planning a video, because, a lot of them will come to us saying, I don't know what to say, like how do I start the video? How do I end the video? But usually like the meat of the video is something that they know very well because it's a topic that they speak on often. So maybe just writing out the intro, the 3 to 5 bullet points that you're going to talk about on that video, and then writing out the outro. And that way you have your video planned, you know what you're going to say. Because when I first started out filming videos, I, would get on camera and I would fumble up my words. Even though I knew a topic, I would get camera shy and nervous, right? And so I would forget what I was going to say, and I would worry about whether I'm explaining it clearly. So having an outline or a script that addresses those things will definitely make you feel more comfortable on camera. Tip number 3, and you're going to love this one, is make mistakes. Right? So let me explain a little bit more specifically. It's okay to make mistakes and to fumble up your words and everything, because you can edit them out. Don't film the entire video in one take or in one go. You are free to make as many mistakes as you like, as long as you pause and then you gather your thoughts. Maybe that means looking down at your script or your outline and then looking back up at the camera. And when you're ready to speak, you start speaking again. If you, again, fumble your words, again, or some noise happens in the background, it's totally fine. Just pause for a moment. And again, you can continue on, look at the camera and continue on your sentence. So this style of filming is what we do all the time. We've done it for the 1,000 plus videos on the YouTube channel. It's called jump cut editing. So all that just means is you're going to be cutting out the dead air and the mistakes in between all of those pauses so that it looks like a long stream of great video, and also those cuts in between shift attention more and will be better in terms of someone watching a long one take kind of a video. So don't need to film in one go. It's totally fine to make mistakes. Just know that you can always edit it out. And if you really, really want to do another take, you can do that as well. Remember, you are in control of what you upload to YouTube or any of these social platforms. So you don't have to feel like this is your one shot at it and you totally botched it. No, you can always come back and improve it. Tip number 4 is to just practice. Practice. And I know that's cliche, you've heard it before, but honestly, practicing those 3 things that I just mentioned over and over again when it comes to filming a video. So number 1, starting small and getting specific with the video idea. Number 2, planning your video, whether that's an outline or writing a script, keeping it to short, 3 to 5 bullet points. And number 3, not filming it in one go. If you mess up, pause, take a deep breath, and then start speaking again, and you can always cut out those mistakes in between. So practicing that over and over again when it comes to filming a video, doing multiple videos, will eventually get you to a place where you can just look at the camera and, like I'm doing right now, and just talking and letting it flow, and even doing longer videos as well and more complex videos where you speak to certain topics that your audience would be interested in. Honestly, it took many videos for me to get comfortable with the camera, and that's all it is just doing it over and over and over again. And I totally know it's easier said than done, but if you really do want to get over your fear of getting on camera and just speaking, then this is just part of the process. And remember that it's part of the journey, and you probably won't be 100% satisfied with your first video. I definitely wasn't, but I was just like, done is better than perfect. We need to get it out there. I know that every other video after that follows will be much better. And my final tip here, tip number 5, is to think bigger picture. Remember why it is that you're even doing this, that you're wanting to create videos. Because sometimes we get really bogged down by the smaller picture, the details, worrying about how we look, worrying about whether what we're saying makes any sense, worrying about how people are going to receive it on the other end. And that's the whole thing around creating videos, right? You're kind of talking to an abyss, and you don't have the reaction of an audience like you were if you would be standing on stage and seeing how people are reacting. You're just you're left with yourself talking to the camera. So thinking bigger picture rather than getting defeated by the smaller picture is what's going to really help, and always come back to that. So I'll give you an example. Like for me, I know that and you as well, you can do videos without being on camera. That's totally, there are tons of YouTube channels out there that have succeeded and they're not on camera at all. Like it's just, whether it's video clips or presentations, or they're not in the video themselves. Why do I want to be on camera? Because this is all a growth journey, and I know by doing these videos over and over and over again, I have built up a ton of confidence that I did not have before. I have built up my skill of speaking as well. So doing more videos has actually gotten me better to speak in presentations and on stage as well. And also I know that the opportunities that follow just by putting myself out there on videos and people getting to know me are massive, and they've been huge. And it's so simple. It comes down to creating a video and doing that over and over and over again. So I keep thinking about that bigger picture picture. I mean, being on YouTube has allowed me to do all these amazing things, to travel, to quit my job, to rub shoulders with thought leaders like Danielle Laporte and Evan Carmichael, and those things will come for you as well. So just remember, come back, when you're filming a video and you're feeling those nerves rushing up again, and you're like, you're just feeling so uncomfortable, pause, take a deep breath, and come back to the bigger picture. Come back to the why are you doing this? Why are you wanting to put yourself out there on video? And also just know that you're in control of what you put out there, and hit record and go for it. There you go. 5 tips for overcoming your camera shyness that has worked for me, that has also worked for our YouTube coaching students. And if you're someone who really wants to get their first video out there, or their first handful of videos out there, whether that's posting them on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, I'd be happy to work with you. If you want a little bit of guidance and hand holding, I will keep you accountable. I will walk you through what equipment to use, what to say in your video, how to say it, how to set things up, all of that stuff that we feel unsure about. I'll be here to guide you. So if you are wanting that assistance and guidance, please head down to the description below. I'll have my contact information there so you could check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.